Okay, today we're going to do a quick review over some of the items that were in the Survival Box Welcome Box. Just look at some of them and go over a few things more in depth than just unboxing them. The first thing is the waterproof match container with some waterproof matches, if you listen. That's been in there for a couple minutes and is sitting in there still. I'll take that out here before I go to the fireplace, and we'll see if those are still high and dry as they should be. Things we're not going to test. We're not going to test the paracord because it's paracord. Correction to the video for the opening. This is 30 feet. I put it in the description, but I did not know it at the time. But it is 30 feet. We're not going to test the drinking water because it's water. We're not going to test the food, and we're not going to test the emergency blanket because it's pretty much your standard emergency blanket. So some things that I have had and used and would like to go over would be the K-bar knife. One thing that I don't like about this knife is the sheath falls off with just a quick flick of the wrist every time. It does not stay in there at all, which for like a neck knife or something like that, personally, I would like a sheath that stays on. Now you can modify that, obviously, put a spacer of some kind into it to make it last a little bit better and hold up under some more stressors. But for something that was listed, I think is $12.99, I don't have that sheet. And yeah, I'll put it in the description. I think it was listed as $12.99. For the sheath to come off that easily makes me a little disheartened, but it is what it is. The knife itself is pretty sharp. I don't have any complaints about that. We're going to open this up. There you go. Pretty smooth. Again, came out of the box pretty sharp. Can't really complain about that too much. Skeleton designs, again, nice for wrapping with paracord or something like that if you wanted to go that route. The flashlight here, I actually do like. It's pretty small, but I think it'd be nice for an EDC light or something, throw in a backpack. I'm going to turn this overhead light off, and we'll just use this. It's 2,000 lumens is what it's listed as. And you can't see it in the video, I don't think. But when it's fully zoomed in like this, it's not actually a circle, it's a logo. I'm assuming the logo of the company. But it's got 3 settings. It's got a bright, a medium, a strobe. And that strobe, I gotta tell you, is pretty disorienting in a dark room at full blast. And it's got a bright setting too. Definitely gives you more than enough light to see. Definitely inside of a house or something like that. It covers the hallway. That tactical strobe is pretty effective. So as long as you know what's going on and the intruder doesn't, you're going to get a little bit of an advantage. It does have these like defense ridges here, like a lot of the tactical flashlights do, but there's not a lot of weight to this. So as far as like using it as a weapon of opportunity, I'm not sure that it'd be my first choice. But if it's the only thing I have, it's nice to have that option in there. I know a lot of other tactical lights that have that that ability, that smashing design, have a little bit more weight, and there's a bit more power in your punch when you do that. We're going to go to the fireplace and start something with this InstaFire, and I'm also going to use the little kindling things that were inside of the box too as the packing material. So we'll cut the tape, we'll go to that, we'll use a little bit of the fire starter InstaFire, and we'll use the rod that they sent us. And then after that we'll come and we'll take a look at this. I'll submerge it again. Take a look at that and see if it has done
Slight
its
change
job.
of plans. The InstaFire fire starter actually says to light with a match. So we'll light it with a match instead of the striker rod that they sent. But it lets us open this. So shaking off that water. Let's see if everything's still dry. Still dry. So I'll take a match out of there. Take the striker. Again, ripped off of the box. And we'll put it to the InstaFire. Alright, well, it definitely is lit. No problem with that. Alright. Now, to test the rod that we got, the packing material is up on the grate, as you can see, right there. And in the center is a cotton ball that's been soaked in some petroleum jelly. So, as long as the spark hits it, it should light. Well, there's that. So I'll fish that out and we'll try this again. Okay. We're back. I'm going to try the rod again to get this cotton ball lit. As you can see, the InstaFire is still burning. Well, it worked eventually. Well, there you go. InstaFire and the strike rod reviews. So the fireplace was interesting. The rod still did work, even though it fell off of its handle, I guess. I looked at my other rod that I actually use a lot when I go camping, and it's the same construction. This one has a lot more glue than this one had, so I can't really fault Survival Boxes too much for the fact that this company doesn't glue their stuff in as well. Unfortunate that it happened during the video review, but I mean, it is what it is. The rod is still perfectly functional without the green handle. But it falling off when it's tethered to this could be an issue. But if it's in your pack, no big deal. The match container worked out perfectly fine. The InstaFire worked out. Put a match to it and it lit. Not an issue. Obviously, the fireplace is not real-world conditions, but it's what we have. And there's plenty of that left over, too, to store and keep for later. Alright. Well, thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope this helps you guys in making any decisions toward your box subscriptions.